when I have been looking into and trying to understand trauma, what I understand is that two people can experience a similar event and one ends up with trauma and one doesn't.
It
And
does not.
why has less to do with who they are and maybe like what their biological makeup is,
Hmm.
and more to do with their ability to act for their own benefit in the moment.
Hmm.
I'm going to use the example of, say, like the nightclub in Florida that was
Hmm.
shot up. So let's say there are two friends there at the same time. The shooting occurs. One happened to step into the bathroom when it was happening. So it starts. The person in the bathroom curls up in a ball and hides behind a toilet and in a huddled position stays there and listens to everyone die. Everyone's screaming, the gunfire, over and over and over
Yeah.
again, knowing there is literally no way for them to get out and not be
Yeah.
seen, and knowing that at any minute that perpetrator could enter the bathroom and their life will end.
Yeah.
Whereas the friend that had been out on the open dance floor, the shooting begins, everybody runs. That person runs for the nearest exit and is down the street
Yeah.
in minutes. It's still traumatic. It's still like horrible,
Hmm.
horrific. They both survive, but one was not helpless and one was.
Yeah.
One was able to make decisions and act in a way that benefited themselves, that protected themselves, that saved
Yeah.
their own life. The other person was helpless.
So,
That person ends up with severe PTSD
yeah.
it takes years and years and years to work through, whereas the person that ran down the street, maybe they were best friends, maybe they were siblings, maybe
Yeah.
they very much alike in regard to like who they are, but the person that was able to run down the street, it's still traumatic. They still
Yeah.
need therapy. They still need to work through that. But they walk away with less trauma
Yeah.
because they were able to act in a way that helped to protect themselves.
Yeah. So even though the guy on the dance floor was likely in nearer danger
Exactly.
and likely saw
Will die.
real violence
Yep.
because he was able to act for his own benefit,
Exactly.
the trauma doesn't sink in
As deep.
as deeply.
So when you talk
That's
about
fascinating.
yeah, and so that's what as I've researched trauma, because again, I have been trying to figure myself out for
Hmm.
years, even before I left Mormonism. It's like almost like this obsessive,
Hmm.
why do I feel this way,
Yeah.
right? So when we talk about child abuse,
Hmm.
children are stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why abuse from family members or trusted adults, which is much more common, by the way,
Yeah.
other kinds of child abuse, is much more harmful,
Hmm.
impactful, lifelong trauma, lifelong emotional scars because they were literally helpless.
Yeah.
Like what happens within your home, that's your whole world.
Yep.
These are
Yep.
the people that supposedly love you the most and are the most protective of you, and yet they are the people who are harming you the most.
Hmm.
And I've heard it said that, when a child is abused, they don't learn to hate the abuser, they learn to hate
Hate
themselves.
themselves. Yeah.
And so that's why, people that grow up in abusive homes often enter adulthood with complex PTSD
Yeah.
because it's not one incident, it's not one battle that soldier experienced. And yes, it's
Hmm.
serious. It takes years to like work through watching his best friends die in war. When you grow up in an abusive home, we're talking about daily traumas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why it's complex. It's compounded upon compounded upon
Hmm.
compounded.
Hmm.
It isn't one event that was traumatic. It was a lifetime of
Hmm.
probably less obvious events, but compounded, it creates a different kind of PTSD experience.
Densely layered trauma. Yeah.
So when we're talking about, what trauma is and how to heal from it and what it looks like, and sometimes the gaslighting that goes on, like
Mm.
somebody might be able to say, like if that one person that ran down the street lacked complete empathy, which I doubt, but could have said, well, I was there too. Like
Yeah.
I'm
What's the
fine.
big deal?
What's your
Yeah.
problem? Like, why can't you get out of bed? We
Yeah.
both survived.
Hmm.
You didn't even see those people die. Like,
Yeah.
why can't you get out of bed? What's wrong with
Hmm.
you?
Hmm.
Not that I think anybody in that situation would actually say that to their
Right. Right. Hypothetically. Yeah.
That's why that person wouldn't be able to get out of bed.
Hmm.
They didn't see the people die,
Yeah.
but they stayed in that bathroom for hours.
Yeah.
Even after the gunfire ended, even after the screaming ended, too terrified to leave. And maybe the police come around and they're found and they say, don't look in that direction. And they're like very
Mhm.
protective and help them and they get them out of the building. They never see a dead body. They see minimal blood. They will carry more trauma
Yeah.
because they were helpless.
Yeah.
They were not able to act for their own benefit.
Mm.
They're stuck. And then their emotions get stuck in time at that moment.
Hmm.
That's why there are so emotionally immature, emotionally undeveloped
Yeah.
adults in the world today